Yo, what's going on YouTube and welcome back to the channel. I'm your boy Zion Zenith and I'm joined with Nate Talk Sports. What's up, Nate? How's your day going today?
What's good?
Let's get it. I'm doing good, man. If you haven't already, please click that sub button, click that like button, dislike the video if you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Click that notification bell on. You already know, and make sure you go check out Nate's channel. Link is gonna be down below. So let's get into it. So we was gonna review UFC 265, but us both being Giants fans, we want to get in and talk a little bit what's going on with the Giants before we get into the full review of 265. So Barkley's back. He had his first official practice with the team. I believe that was yesterday. It wasn't full pads. I believe full pads is today. They have a day off, if I'm mistaken. If that was Sunday, and then they're gonna continue at full pads. But he was out there. He was slowly, slowly up, taking things slow, slowly approaching where they want him to be. And I just kind of wanted to bring Nate's thoughts on it because we just pulled up this article, just kind of for like background images, and we can see right here on the opening page, on the home page, it says Coach Judge is very encouraged by Barkley. What's your thoughts on Barkley's return?
Really happy because we didn't know how much we're gonna get Barkley this season.
Mm.
Seeing this, it's good news. Now he'll probably be back maybe week 1, but don't be that encouraged of this. It's just coming back. He's recovering from his injury still. He just has to get back. He's getting warm. This is what it is. He's getting warmed up. He's getting his legs back moving, his arms, his body needs to get back and moving too, which he said it's one day at a time until he gets back on that football field. It's one day at a time. Then when he's on, whenever, I think he said he will probably not be playing preseason because Joe Judge, they make it like a quarter, but not like too much of a quarter, but really just excited to see Saquon back on the field. I haven't watched this man in like a year, so excited to see Saquon back on the field.
Got you. And before we switch topics, I also wanted to get your thoughts on, so we've seen some veteran offensive linemen come in, get signed with the team, and then practice with the team, and end up retiring. And I rather have them retire, knowing that there wasn't offensive line that was going to be starting. There was just second, third string players, and I rather them retire than not give the all out there. These are players that love the game of football, and I know that they probably made the right choice that was best for their family and their bodies. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on what you think about those linemen.
I was shocked at Joe Looney because Joe Looney was really happy to be on the team. Todd Davis, he hadn't. I think he didn't fit the role of this team. He was because we already had Ragland, Martinez, Crowder. We had too many linebackers, and
Mm.
the offensive line. I was shocked that Looney left. I thought he was going to be a good offensive lineman as a backup, but the Giants did really. I think they just. I think he literally just says, "I have to go." He's he's older than other people. I made the video about this. It was really just. I think it was just a backup move, but
Hmm.
he just didn't. Well, I think he just didn't. He was out last season with a long injury, so that's maybe why he probably retired because he thought he had nothing in him. But yeah, just shocked to see him retire. But Davis, I didn't know he was going to retire. Who was the other one?
I'm totally flaking on the names right now, but I know there was at least three. We can get that information for you right now.
Looney,
Um,
Davis. Who's the other one?
I'm totally flaking on his name. I believe it's Austin Johnson. Well, Austin Johnson got let go. Never mind. Um,
New York Giants.
Look that up real fast.
Oh no, Fulton. Fulton's the other one.
Yeah,
No,
Fulton. There you go,
that's
Fulton.
Fulton. Fulton retired too, which was
Yeah.
another
So
one. Shocker. Other one was that was the shocker to me. Him and Looney. I thought both of them would have been good backup offensive linemen, but they felt they couldn't play football anymore. So, guys, I mean, stop making fun of Joe Judge. It's not his fault. It's the player. The players becoming it.
yeah,
So
I
just please stop.
I think there's a lot of thoughts out there thinking, especially in the mainstream media, thinking that Joe Judge, people are retiring because they don't like the way they practice. They feel like they're back in high school. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's that reason at all. You know what I'm
And
saying?
It's the main ones is Renan, Jones, Kim Jones. The people who are in the Giants media, especially, have been making Joe Judge seem like he's a bad coach, which
Mhm.
is definitely not true because he's going to be a great coach. And we may win. I think we're going to go a 10-win season. So we have to prove it first, though. If Joe Judge is a really good coach.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just super excited. You know, with this season coming up, I know we both been watching a lot of the training camp on the website and keeping up with the team, and not only that, but just keeping up with the league in general. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on that I do want to talk more about football. We're gonna be on at least I'm gonna be on Logan's tonight. Nate might be there. Um, and then I'm gonna probably do
Cool.
one on Thursday. But
I got another one. Rodriguez Williams has been doing really good in camp. He's been
yep,
just balling in camp. Who else has been doing good? What's his? Oh yeah, Adoree, the main guys.
Adoree
Adore,
Jackson. Yep.
James Bradbury, the main guys. Daniel's
Mm-hmm.
like have a solid camp right now. He threw like 11 for 11 yesterday, the other day, so he's
Mm-hmm.
getting used to that offense.
I know Galladay's and Daniel Jones' chemistry got off to a bad start, but they picked that up as time improved.
Yeah,
And
we
also too,
know because they already had chemistry when they brought the Arizona. I think
mhm,
they'll be fine because they've been practicing for a while. Those two since Galladay.
absolutely,
So
and
it doesn't matter. And people stop saying that Galladay. It's an injury, guys. It's football. It's a post op. It's not like Kenny Galladay's gonna be out there for like a whole 17 games. He's gonna have rest too. He's not gonna. He just got back from. No, I think was it an ACL or was it another
I know it
hamstring?
was a knee injury for
Yeah,
sure.
it's some type of knee. Yeah,
Yeah, and I think so too with hamstrings. You just kind of gotta watch it. You gotta maintain it. You know, we have the arsenal to put a lot of guys on the field. You look at some of these receivers
John
compete in
Ross,
camp.
man.
You
John
know
Ross
what I'm
did a
saying?
beautiful one hand
Yeah.
catch the other day. Beautiful one
Yes, you
catch.
know, a lot of these receivers been competing in camp, and um, like Berkeley said in his interviews, he was like he trusts in this organization, and he trusts and he loves the fact that the coaches is not forcing him back. And same goes for Galladay. You know what I'm saying?
I
When you
think
get
Galladay
forced
said
back
that
in this
he said that
situation,
he ran. I think what I seen was he ran too hard.
mhm,
He ran like
mhm,
I was like, "Oh, like chill. It's training camp. You don't need to do it just because it was on a curl route." I was like, "God, you're so tall that if you just turn on a little bit, they'll know that you'll catch the ball. You're Kenny Galladay.
mhm,
You're probably one of the best your catching percentage is probably the most. I think he said the most in the NFL. So we already know he can catch the ball. Just
mhm.
the healthy part is scary about everyone else because he's an injury prone player. So hopefully Galladay is going to be healthy for the season. I
I
think
think you.
two to
I
three
was
weeks. Yeah, because it was the 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, he'll be back week one.
I was gonna ask you, what player? Like, I think you named a few, but what players kind of been impressing you the most? Because I know Danny Shelton for me been kind of
Oh, for
standing
sure.
out a little bit. You know, you can
Um,
just tell that he's a
Aaron
true
Higgy has been
veteran when he's
really
out on the
impressive.
field.
Higgy has been
Hmm.
impressive. Rodarius. Um, I haven't seen a lot of Aaron Robinson that much. I've seen
Hmm.
Brightwell has been doing solid. And the obvious one is Adoree. Adoree's been locking down everybody when he's on the outside.
Absolutely.
Locking down Tim and Bradbury have been locking down everybody in camp.
Yeah, the secondary of the Giants been absolutely performing. You know what I'm saying, and that's good
And
for the offense because
he
if
didn't
it,
lost a step. I was
mhm,
happy that he didn't lost a step Adoree with his speed because he needs to cover Tyreek Hill. He's the only guy on the team who can go match one-on-one with Tyreek. He's the
mhm.
only guy because he's fast. He's so fast that he can catch up to Tyreek.
And
Bradbury,
also
that's basically what I was
uh,
going to say.
another receiver that actually I would say will probably be like I don't want to jump. I don't want to create a whole big thing on here, but arguably could be one of the top receivers, if not the top receiver in our conference in CD Lamb. You know,
Oh,
we need someone to cover CD Lamb because he had a phenomenal year last year. You know, with the quarterbacks that he did have, and with with Dak Prescott being healthy, I know his arm thing is kind of the thing.
yeah.
The offense is
That
Dallas's offense really scares me. You know what I'm saying?
their
Not scares
team,
me, but
bro, their
they can
offense
put up
is
points, you know?
they're insane. Their offense.
Yeah, so we're
And
gonna
you need to understand, Michael Gallup is their fourth
Gallup,
receiver. That's their
yeah.
fourth receiver.
And that's not even counting Ezekiel Elliott in the one game. I know Mike
But
McCartney's not really a winning
I
coach, but
I'm not gonna say Ezekiel Elliott's gonna be good this season yet. he didn't do anything last year, fumbling the ball. That's why they're making fun of him. Zeke fumblets. They're making fun of him fumbling the ball.
True that, but you still got to take him
Yeah, for sure. He's
when you
dangerous
talk about the offense. Yeah, he's dangerous. Yes,
he's dangerous.
yes.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say he's like an elite running back this season yet because he needs to show it to me. Because the last couple of years have been down years for him. So if he could do what he did because he needs the offensive line to step up because he had no running gaps. He's a power running back. That's what Zeke always was.
That's
a power
true.
running
That's
back.
true.
That's a power running back. So you need him to at least get decent gaps to get those yards.
Absolutely, absolutely. I know me and you can stay here and talk Giants all day, but I just wanted to warn the people that we have your podcast on Wednesday, right? And then
mine's on
with you and
Wednesday.
Bali on your channel.
Yeah, and then if you guys didn't see my video today, I'm taking a break after that. So taking a week off, and then I'll be back like the Monday after that. I'll be back.
Absolutely. So you go make sure we check that out on Wednesday, and also I know there's some preseason games on Thursday, but I'll be live streaming on Thursday. If you guys want to come and chill, watch the preseason together, we can. I'm not gonna do play by play, but we'll have the game in the background, not on screen, but obviously we'll be watching the game and talking some football. That being said, let's transition over to the UFC. We got UFC 265. That just happened. Let's talk about it. What fight? I'll make you take the lead, bro. What fight do you want to talk about first? We can skip any fight you want to skip. We can talk about any fight you want to talk about.
Is this just the main card, or is it prelims in this?
This is prelims and everything.
Skip the prelims. I don't care about the prelims.
All right, sounds Gucci. Sounds Gucci. We can go straight to the main.
We could stop. I'll just do the whole 5.
Do the whole 5.
I'll just do the whole 5. Song versus Casey Kenney. I thought Casey won the fight. It was pretty obvious that he won it, but Song did it really impressive. He did solid as well. Both hard notes fight, and you already knew it was going to be some type of decision. I said split for Casey, but either way, it went into Song's favor. So that's really it for that one. Now we have Tecia Torres, who did really good. I was really impressed with Tecia.
I'll be honest with you guys. I have to go back. I do go back sometimes, and I'll watch these fights on ESPN Plus. These fight cards are super long.
Amazing, man. That fight was amazing. That was like the best fight on the whole card, in my opinion. That was the best fight.
These fights are super, super long. They start at like 1:00 and they don't end till like 10:00. So sometimes I don't have the time to sit there and watch the whole main event, or sometimes I'm just not interested in watching it all at once. Right?
The only fight that was interested was the Bobby Green one. It was the only one that I was actually interested in.
Got you. Because I was gonna say I really just turned. I only saw the last 3. I was really interested in the last 3. I know Torres came out looking like a damn matador.
Yeah, she literally every round was not even close. It was literally her. She went 3-0 on my card. Angel Hill, just please retire. It's time for you to go. It's time. She fought the worst fight. Like Tecia was.
Go back and watch that one.
She got demolished. And she wasn't even in the ring because she already knew she lost. When
I was watching the commentators, someone I was watching an interview after the fight. I never watched this fight, but they were just saying how amazing Torres was. I believe it was one of the media.
It was DC guys did the interviews, which he always does.
Absolutely.
Now we have the fight that I was most shocked at, Vicente Luque versus Michael Chiesa. What do you
think? I'll let you go, but what do you think? What do you think Michael Chandler was thinking, just giving up his neck like that so easily? Was he not expecting Vicente to come rapid?
I think it was he could because the Darce choke. I think he was at the point he was gonna probably win the fight because he even say Luque say it was 80%. Wait, it's 100%, and he got off that and did the Darce. I thought he couldn't. I thought he didn't even had it. I seen the tap. God, he actually
he rolled. Yep.
Yeah. But
there was that split second where Michael Chandler was on his knees facing him, and I guess Michael Chandler didn't get up fast enough, and then Luque just locked it, right?
Yeah, it was because Chiesa got the takedown. He was on the floor, just killing him on the floor, and then he went too slick. Chiesa went for his choke. His vintage choke didn't get it. He tried the second time, didn't get it, and then everyone knew since he got that choke in, it was over. Nice, there you go.
And Vicente, man, he's on a pretty nice streak right now against some pretty tough opponents.
I seen 10-11. They said the other he was 10 for 11 in his last 11 fights. 10 and 11.
And if you think about it, it's Leon and Thompson, the two at the top in the division. So
I think they have to do that fight. They have to
what do
do
you
Leon versus Vicente. They need to do that fight.
what do
For
you
fight.
think about what do you think about besides Leon? Because I think Leon really should wait for the title. He shouldn't be fighting anybody. He deserves it.
He was interested in him. He was talking to Gilbert and Vicente. He was talking to both of them.
Now I could see that happening to get that win back. But also, what do you feel about Gilbert Burns?
I would think that's a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
They're both, and everyone knows they train together, so it's gonna be like another Kamaru Usman type of thing.
And not to push off Edwards, but you think Covington's probably gonna get that title shot. I don't know why, but he is, right?
He is.
And
He's
then
gonna get the
Covington
title shot.
versus Usman. You got.
I would do this. I'll put that as the co-main event, and then they watch who they're versing. That would be sick if they had like two. Well,
Come to think about it, scratch Gilbert Burns. I like your matchup better. Have Leon fight him for the #1 contender.
You know what I like? I actually think the Leon fight makes more sense.
The Leon fight does make more sense. The only reason why I don't like the Leon fight is because he deserves a title shot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but
then again,
he even said he wants another fight. He even said he wants another fight because he's not going to wait. Leon can't wait again because that's going to be too late.
He's not going to wait.
How about Leon now? I'm Leon now. Do it at December. Do it at December so you can wait. You could just have a little bit of time to wait.
Yeah, because it immediately set up the #1 contender for the. I think we lost Nate. We'll bring him back. He's gonna call back. The reason why we're saying that is because if Usman fights, thank you for calling back. There he is. The reason why we're saying that because when Usman fights Covington, that'll be on the main card that'll set up the #1 contender, fan. So that's how you were saying that. I like that idea. What do you think should happen with Michael?
He'll be fine. Chiesa is fine. He was the number 5. Luque was the number 6. He'll be fine. He's gonna be back.
He'll be fine. What do you do again? What do you do with him though? Does he fight Thompson?
He fights. I think he can fight. I think he could fight the number 8 guy. Just give him another rebound fight.
I put Thompson because Thompson's coming off of that loss. He's similar in rankings, and I think
the problem is Thompson needs the rebound fight. Thompson doesn't really need it.
If you think about Michael Chiesa and Stephen Thompson, they're both at the stage in their career that they don't really need a drop outside of the top 15 or even outside of the top 10, right? And if you think about both where they're at, both coming off of a loss.
Hamzat versus Stephen Thompson.
Hamzat Chimaev?
Yeah, I like Chimaev. I like Chimaev versus that. I love that for Chimaev.
That's a big leap for Chimaev. Chimaev was about to fight Leon Edwards. That is true.
He's already fought the top 10 guys. He just got off the top 10 because he said he was going to retire, but now he's back.
But Chimaev was injured for the longest, right? Let's wait till Nate gets back here because I thought Chimaev was injured. And if Chimaev can get uninjured, well, obviously he can get healthy. That uninjured is not a word. But if he can get healthy, that actually makes sense for a good fight. I agree on that one. José Aldo looking fly as hell, man.
Does this guy even stop?
He's young too, like not young, but we've been watching him fight for so long that we're thinking he's really up there in age. The guy's only 34 years old. This man
still has at least 3 years left.
Yeah, and to come back against obviously more than one of the best in the division, Pedro, up and coming, one of the top 5 in the division.
Pedro really disappointed me, man.
The people he's not Marlon Vera. I was thinking of Marlon Moraes. Obviously not the best in the division. Sorry, but anyhow, if you look at the people he's losing against, obviously Marlon Moraes, one of the best in the division. Peter Yan, the ex-champion, a champion at 145, the ex-champion at 145. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody knows Connor. So, and in the streak. But what do you see would happen? Championship shot for Jose? What do you do with him?
I already told you this, TJ. I think they both want it, and TJ doesn't want to wait. He doesn't want to wait. So TJ versus Jose Aldo. That could be a banger fight.
That's interesting. What did you think about the fight as a whole, Jose Aldo versus Pedro?
Pedro, you were disappointed in me, man. I was really disappointed in you, man. I thought you were gonna do so much better, but Dude,
I didn't
he just got
understand the wasted energy in those spinning techniques that we all know that Jose Aldo can see it coming from a mile away. So why waste your energy doing it over and over again? It's not gonna land, you know.
yeah. I have to agree on that one.
Yeah, what do you do with Pedro? I think he fought a good fight. Don't get me wrong. He could have fought a better fight, but at the
Yeah,
time, I mean, like he tried. I don't think he drops that much, being that it's Jose Aldo. But I think
he needs
just
another
take some
dude.
time off.
He needs someone at least in the top 15.
Yeah, take some time off, talk about it, and hopefully come back against someone in the top
He
15.
didn't look mentally strong to me. Aldo was
Yeah,
hyped. Aldo came in there hyped, which is that
even
Aldo I love, man. They hyped Jose Aldo, who hypes up his team. I remember earlier in the fight, he was talking to his team like mid fight. He was talking to his team mid fight.
and what I did like when Jose Aldo started flying. No, he didn't fly, but when he started throwing those leg kicks, and you could
That's
just see the damage
that was the game changer. That was the game.
Aldo. You know what I'm saying?
And I wanted to see the wrestle. I wanted him to wrestle so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Are we? I think that's it for that one. Really impressive by Jose Aldo. Really impressive.
Nice win by Aldo. Awesome. Let's go to Gane versus Lewis.
What did I say? Third round knockout. That's what I told you guys. I said third round knockout. It happened. Dude, Ciryl Gane is he's on another level.
What I find really impressed is this guy did it in basically 9 fights in the UFC. He got the belt, and people may say like, "Oh, well, that's not the really belt." We all know that's not the real belt. We all know that Ngannou is the real champion. But at the end of the day, what he does get is he gets a unified fight,
And
interim championship is still a championship you can hang up at your wall. You know what I'm saying?
and this man has only been doing this for 3 years.
3 years. One thing I think that did help him, obviously, you know this, but his Muay Thai record, right? That's coming
Yes.
from Muay Thai, having a good
27
amateur.
27-3. That was his Muay Thai. 27-3. Dominant.
And just the fact of he's undefeated and he's not going against scrubs. Like the people he's beating is either
That's how, dude. Those four, man. Those four
up and comers, or top of the top in the division. If you think about his people, he's beating some up and comers. Some maybe not know, but I know some of these people is gonna be good one day. If you look at 7-2, 17-5, this guy was 9-0. He gave him his first loss. Do you know what I'm saying? Then you look at the people he just got done fighting, future legend, if not legend already. You know what I'm saying? Top of the division, only lost to who? Francis Ngannou before losing to him. You know what I'm saying? Then you got obviously this guy been around for so long doing this thing at the top. If you just look at Alex's career, like this guy has fought everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Fought all those guys.
Right. So I know I'm going real fast, fam, but like this Verdum, Stephen, like Greg, obviously Greg Hardy's new, but you know what I'm saying? Like even before that, all of the people that this guy fought,
Dude.
And then to come up and have a performance against Derrick Lewis, the holder of the most knockouts in UFC,
and it was at his home,
and in Houston.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, Gane's gonna win the title. I'm telling you right now.
You think so?
Because guess what? Francis can't defend Muay Thai.
I agree to disagree. I think Francis is gaining better all-around experience as a
Listen,
as a fighter.
It's gonna be close, but Ciryl, in my opinion, Cyryl's on another level.
I don't think Ciryl is agree to disagree. I don't think Ciryl is on the same level as Francis when it comes to just overall skill. Okay, man, let me rephrase that. I think Ciryl is an overall, like when it comes to Muay Thai and an overall martial artist, he's probably has more skills than Francis and more tools he can use. But I just think that Francis is a whole nother
thing
beast.
that Derrick had. That's the exact thing Derrick had. Derrick had the power. Derrick had the speed. That's what Derrick was doing to people. He was kneeing people. He was in that fight. Because guess what? Derrick did a lot better versus Francis. He looked like he didn't even know what the hell he was.
That was Francis. I don't really judge that loss, but Francis is just because he's coming off of the first time losing against Stipe. Yeah, and when you look at that Derrick Lewis fight, they didn't even fight. They just stood there. If you look at Derrick Lewis and you compare him to Francis Ngannou is way more faster. He hits way more harder. and it's way more harder to take Francis down now that he learned his wrestling. The
Yeah.
thing about Francis too is a slow, calm Francis is a scary animal.
That
Gane is not going to be able to throw Francis around the way he was able to throw Derrick Lewis around.
But guess what?
If he goes to clinch, Francis is not going to be there to clinch. You know what I'm saying?
He knows. Cyryl's the only guy who actually knows Francis. He trained with Francis. He sparred with Francis.
That's true.
Francis, good luck, man. I'm gonna say you
right now. I got Francis winning that fight. I know you probably got Gane.
Of course, not Ciryl, bro. I have to go my guy, bro. If you want to get off the train, bro, get off the train, bro.
I'm not getting off the train. I just think we're gonna see a moment where he's actually tested. I know he just beat. I know. Look at his record. He just beat Derrick Lewis, but you know Francis has to get tested. He had to lose to Stipe to come back a better fighter. Khabib was special to a point where it's going to be really hard to see someone go 29-0. Is he just lost at 20-1? If Gane makes it past franchise, if he makes it past franchise, that's a scary beast. That's someone that's
imagine,
scary.
Bro. John Jones versus Ciryl Gane, bro.
I think he loses that one too.
How?
I think Jones is Jones skill level compared to Gane. I don't think there's.
You know what I think is gonna happen? Gane proved his takedown defense was so much better, much better.
He did prove a lot against Derrick Lewis, but I just think there's Gane, there's Francis, and I think if John Jones comes in 2022, he's taking the belt from
Gane. He had he only had 3 months for this fight. Derrick had like a year for this one fight. Gane came in there 3 months and just.
But if you think about a normal training camp is about 3 months. So he did a normal training camp. If he was to fight Francis would do 3 months. He would do 3 months.
But guess what? He just did 5 rounds. He literally just did 5 rounds. He comes into this fight and just every round. It was just Ciryl just dominated. Everyone was just saying, "What the hell happened to Derrick?" He made him like a different fighter.
I think he was just too slow. Like Derrick Gane was just too much faster than Derrick. And if the thing about heavyweight is Gane is built like a middleweight. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I think they're both. I think him and Francis are the only guys that are built like middleweights.
Mm-hmm.
The only, and I really like Francis. I just have to go with my guy, bro. Like Francis, this is the only fight I'm picking you off. This is the only fight. If you win this fight, I'll give you your hand because you're Francis and Gane. You're one of the best fighters in the UFC. But Gane's gonna put up a show, and I think it's gonna be close. But how
do you see Gane winning? Submission? Because he ain't knocking out Francis, and he's ain't out striking Francis.
But I think he'll go because Gane has the mobility. He can get out of what he did was. Where's Derrick? He got out of the power real easily, slipped out. And whenever Derrick was doing a leg kick, body shots, he picks apart people by himself. His team like this. His team was in the corner. They were hyping him up before even the fight even started. They were screaming Ciryl.
I think he's mentally focused to get into the title shot. Obviously, he's in the interim title, but I think he's not at that level of Francis, and he's gonna get exposed. Like he's gonna lose by knockout. Francis is gonna drop him, and maybe he can train and he can come back and he can get the winner of Jones versus Francis. But I just see him like he's shown how skilled he is, but Derrick Lewis, don't get me wrong, he's a good fighter, but it's not like he hasn't. He's not the best of the best. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it. He can knock people out. He's one of the best heavyweights. Don't get me wrong.
But what DC said, he just knocked out a knockout artist.
Derrick Lewis is a special fighter when it comes to knockouts and stuff like that. But he's if I have to compare it to football, he's a great elite quarterback. Whereas in Francis Ngannou, he's a special. He's something else. He's something special, right?
That's what I said. So Ciryl has a chance if he fights the fight that I want him to see. Leg kicks.
And that's when I want to see Sonnen. Gane. I want to see Gane be that. Whenever I see an undefeated fighter, I don't ever want to see them lose because I want.
That's why I'm on the train.
right? I want someone to break the records, to be the next great. There's always going to be someone that's there's always people that saying we'll never see a rise of Anderson Silva. We'll never see another person do what Anderson Silva has done, right? And then we go see Mighty Mouse, right? So then there's always someone that's saying, well, he'll never amount to what so and so did, and then we see Khabib. So there's always going to be that next step of fighter, right? Maybe it's be Sean O'Malley, maybe it be Gane. There's always going to be that next new breed of fighter, right?
I think if
it's not too
Gane
long ago.
loses, I'm saying right now, if Gane loses, he's gonna. I think he could bounce back if he loses. I think he's literally the only guy. He can learn. And
absolutely. You don't take losses, you take lessons.
And this is what he said. He said this. He said, "I'll love the fight if I win or." That's what he said. If I win or lose, I'll learn from every experience because it's gonna be his first ever title fight. This is an interim fight. He's going to a real title fight where it's gonna be press conferences a lot more people talking about him, a lot more because he beat the. I think they said the number one. They said he was gonna be. He beat the number one guy who's gonna
beat the number one guy exactly, and like you're saying, there's gonna be a lot of press tours, a lot of media. You know what I'm saying? A lot of responsibility when it comes to media questions and all that kind of stuff.
After the fight, he was calm. He didn't even see. He already said, "I'm going to the title fight. I need to train from this day on. I need to train right now. After this fight." He said, "I look good." He didn't even got scratched. Yeah, that's how scary he is. He didn't even get scratched. 2 shots.
He like 100. He landed like 100 punches compared to Derrick, like 200 punches compared to Luque, like 6 or something to 2.
No. The total shots is 2. He didn't even land any. He only landed 2 shots.
That's scary.
That's what I said. I said his mobility, his way to block shots, his way to use his legs where he needs to lose his legs, his way to take out the body, which is if he moves around. That's gonna be his advantage for Francis, because if he just moves around and feels like a Ciryl has been doing every fight, he'll slow Ciryl down. No, not Ciryl, Francis down. He'll slow down Francis if he takes him apart.
And I was gonna actually say too. A lot of people were saying that, would say that Stipe versus Miocic was one of the most important fights in heavyweight history, plus one of the best fights to determine, the best heavyweight of all time. But if you think about it, I think Ngannou versus Gane is going to be the most important fight in heavyweight history, because we're having 2 fighters. Gane, I know he's young, but this guy's been on a tear, undefeated, just tear down the house, to get his championship. And we have a heavyweight champion in Francis that's on riding a 4-fight knockout streak against all of the top people in the division. So when they fight, that's going to be one of the most important, plus one of the most, that's going to be probably the best heavyweight fight of all time. And the only thing eclipsing that is when John Jones comes back into 22 and fights by the winner of that, And
I was going to say this as well. France now has a deal with UFC where now they can watch fights. So now Ciryl got that France. Now they got France on the cover now.
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely right. And that's major props for the UFC. You know what I'm saying? Just they're able to find these fighters first over all these organizations. Obviously ends up bringing them in, raising them into some of the younger organizations, and bringing them up to UFC Fight Pass, fighting on all these younger organizations, and then signing them to the UFC and bringing them on and not buttering and touching up the record like boxing do, really testing them against all rounds of fighters, MMA, when it comes to BJJ fighters, when it comes to wrestlers, when it comes to strikers, testing them against all these specialists, and then, seeing who survives. And a lot of them are fighters. And then we have some rare cases with your O'Malley's and your Ganes, where this guy, came through the rankings, the UFC, the UFC tested him against all the different kind of fighters, and he was able to finally, but he was able to show up, and then they put him against one of the best strikers that the heavyweight division has ever seen, and he passed that test with flying colors, without even fucking getting hurt or scratch. You know what I'm saying? That's just impressive. That's really impressive.
I was really impressed, man. I was so impressed how Ciryl did. I thought he was gonna. I thought it was gonna be close at least, but it wasn't even close. Like every round, Ciryl was on him. Like it was a point where I think Derrick said he had a jab where his eye, it didn't even hit his eye. It was just a jab that just went in, like right here, and he thought it was an eye poke. Where Derrick, where Gane hit it perfectly, and he hit his eye. He's been just Gane's getting better in his striking game, getting much better on his takedown game. He's defending, defending. He's been so much better at defending takedowns now. Like in that fight, he was against Derrick Lewis's clinch, where everyone just goes down. When he's in that clinch, Derrick is so strong where he can just pull you and just take you down. Gane was in it. He didn't even get down. He stayed up and just did his job, hitting my elbows. But I was really impressed with his striking. Really impressed.
Absolutely, absolutely. And before we end this, I just wanted to ask you, what's your thoughts about Adrian McKee, man? I want him to sign with the UFC so badly, bro. I know he signed with Bellator. I don't know how much fights he has left on his contract, but I can just see him.
UFC, sign him right now.
Sign him. He just beat Pitbull. And
if he goes to the UFC, bro, dude, he better get that Max Holloway fight.
He needs an immediate title shot. Max Holloway versus him, or him versus
beats one of the best.
Yeah,
Pitbull. Bellator. One of the best.
Pitbull is the face of Bellator. A lot of people would say that's the face of Bellator after Michael Chandler left. You know what I'm saying? And us being UFC fans, like, I don't watch Bellator, but we know Pitbull. We know who he is, being MMA fans. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just wanted to pull up McGee because this guy has been absolutely killing it, destroying his competition.
Dana, you better be doing this right now. Let me just call AJ. And his dad, bro. Shout out to his dad, bro.
Shout out to his dad, too. His dad was a fighter, I believe, too, right?
And the UFC didn't sign him because he said he was too not good. Dude, this dude has been – his dad was really good.
His dad just had a fight, too.
Yeah.
Versus – doesn't it show his, like, dad's name?
Those show – I hate, dude. This is why I hate Wikipedia.
His dad, yeah, I know. It's a long page. Look, we should have gone on Tapology, but his dad just fought in 2019. He got a TKO knockout.
And look at his record, dude. Do you guys see that record? His dad got 30 wins.
Absolutely, and what a family of fighters. You know what I'm saying?
UFC didn't sign. Like they don't. I think for some reason they don't even like the McGee. I think they just don't even like him.
I think
at this point, at least 10-0. You should have signed it when he was 10-0.
I think it's you think about it. It's a breed. It was a breed that Bellator, like this is day one Bellator. Like they exactly what we just talked about.
I remember
O'Malley and Ciryl
Gane. His dad was saying this a long time ago. His dad said his son is going to be better than him. His dad said that, and when his last fight, he said, "I'm retired, but my son's going to do it for me." And his son, man, a different breed. Which he's with a different breed.
I say he's in the UFC in under 2 years.
You better sign the UFC. You better sign this dude.
Kid's 18-0, and he's only what? How old is he? 26 years old.
26. Sign him right now.
And when we mean insane, guys, he's like. He's beating top of the top in Bellator. Just took out the face of Bellator, and made it look damn easy with a. Enough said.
Yeah, like, you don't need to say any much. This dude took a layoff. He said This man said he was too good for the division. He had to take a layoff to get this division a chance. Had to take a layoff a whole year. He said that. He said I had to take a year off to get the division at least a breathe. And Pitbull was talking so much trash, dude. Pitbull, stop talking trash, bro. We're tired of this, bro.
Yeah, but you gotta people backs it up most of the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but dude, if you know that you can't train anymore, man, AJ made it look easy, bro.
Yeah, he actually did. And also too, it's what do you think? A little bit off subject, but I love the tournaments, man. I love this whole tournament culture that Bellator has. I wish that the UFC would do something like that.
And their guy's amazing, bro. I like the guy who's heading there.
Wait, fuck the interim shit. Just get a tournament together. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said I wanted them to do that for the lightweight division. I wanted it to whole tournament.
Yeah. In the old days, old UFCs, those are tournaments, and began with the tournaments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These back in the early UFCs, like UFC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12, and shit like that. They used to fight 3, 4 times a night. It's crazy. You fight, you go rest, you go in the kitchen, you go in the break room. At the time, there was that old pieces of shit. You know what I'm saying? So not the best hotels and stuff. So they used to have to just hang out and then come back and fight. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they had rooms, but not the kind of amenities that the sport has seen nowadays. How far we
Yeah.
came in 25, 28 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's really what I have to say. That's really it for me. But
Hell
EJ,
yeah,
great
me
fighter.
too, me too. I'll let you get some shout outs and then we can get out of here.
Oh, shouts at my channel, which is right here. They talk sports. I
Let's
talk
get it.
football. I do a lot more. Oh my god, what sport I'm forgetting? Basketball. Just those are the big three. I may get into more UFC content. I want you. I want to, and that's why I told everyone I'm taking a break because I want to make a schedule. I want to have days where I want to talk about this topic, and when basketball season starts, guys, it's going to be my channel is probably the best to go because I'm going to be doing Knicks content a lot more. The Giants season is starting, so I'll be doing like game one, game two. I'll be doing that kind of stuff. I may do like one play by play, depends if I'm off. I know I'm going to be doing a ball because I may go to the Tampa game, and I may Bobby's probably going to go there, so you would see me and Bobby meet for the first time. But
Let's get it. That'll be fun.
a lot more content is going to be on the channel after my week off.
Let's get it. So you guys won't make sure his link's down in the description. And if you're too lazy to click that link, you can just look at his name right there.
Yeah,
They Talk
easy.
Sports. Type that in on YouTube. You already know that. Hell yeah, let's get it. Make sure you hit that sub button, hit that like button, hit that dislike button if you didn't like it. But you're not gonna do that because you see that amazing background. Please comment how you just think about that. I think it's awesome. I moved it down so you guys can see it. That being said, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be covering the Giants, or at least I will sometime later on this week. And hopefully Nate can stop by for that. And make sure you go check him out on Wednesdays. Let's get it. You guys have a good one. Thanks for watching.